All right, let's go. Now, do I be this aggressive? Try to smoke these guys. Like, these fighters would be really useful to attack Borneo. That's the only thing. So this is where I was playing around with. On my own, I won't be able to hold Archangel. It's way too risky. He's got way too much of a counterattack. But if I move into Archangel... Okay. Ah, he gets hit. Feels bad. I have so few units in Asia. Like, every single infantry matters, man. Welcome back again. It is present day. We are currently, what are we, 9th? Not bad, platinum. We're starting our newest game. Now, if you've been following my channel for any amount of time, you know that long weekends are the bane of my Axis and Allies career. That I time out like every long weekend on these ranked games. And it almost happened this weekend too. It was just Canadian Thanksgiving last weekend. And I have a game queued up. And with Robert's Gaming, and I was literally 4 minutes away from timing out. 4 minutes where I was like, with my kids, we were watching Foresty Forest, a channel we watch on YouTube, on the YouTubes, and I was like, oh my god, I have to play this right now. And then I had a junk roll too. Well, let's go over it quickly. So I did my standard 7, 1, and 2 for my combat into Karelia. This is the one that hurt my soul. This is the one that wrecked my soul. Look at this. Defenders lost an AA gun. Nothing else. The attackers lost 5 infantry, a tank, and a fighter, dude. Like, that was so crushing. I guess I got the AA gun. All 3 of his tanks survived, and I lost a fighter out of it, dude. Like, that turned me off, man. I'm not going to lie. That turned me off. The rest of the turn was fair enough. We took out Zone 7. We got the transport over here. And we won against the cruiser. Now, the British had an interesting turn. They were fairly aggressive. Zone 16, so we took out my transport. Down into Borneo. Success, no losses. That's freaking annoying, I'm not going to lie. New Guinea, only 1 loss. Also annoying. Draw. This is the only kind of like little cherry on top in terms of the rolls. I managed to take out 2 fighters and a bomber. Like, yes, please. That's awesome. That slows down his acquisition of the North Sea by quite a bit. And finally, Zone 61. Okay. Okay, Mr. John Roberts, you have laid down the gauntlet. We've both had some good and some bad luck. Let us get it on. So, it's hard pressure on me over here. Don't care about that sub. Only 1 transport in the area allows me to take out... Get on to Borneo. But that weakens my counterpunch everywhere over here. And it pretty much means I can't do Pearl Harbor at all. So if I come down to here and I invade there, I literally have no transports for the following turn. So I would want maybe 2 transports. So I can grab 2 from up here, smash into Borneo. Let's say I lose my infantry. I can pick up another infantry and bring them over, or from East Indies. I'll already have 4 for these 2 transports ready to go, because I have 6 units total. And I need to deal with this pressure in case he goes all in on the kill Japan first strategy. Especially that I'm not going to be doing Pearl Harbor. Which hurts my soul, man. That hurts my soul. Is there any way I can... No, because this will block me from getting to this cruiser. From over here. I'd have to risk 2 fighters. So I could do Battleship Aircraft Carrier to 47. 2 fighters to the cruiser in New Guinea. And then I could still do Pearl Harbor. Shoot, that makes it so dicey, man. That makes it so dicey. Two transports, 2 destroyers. He didn't purchase anything down here. Like, he is sacrificing. He's just hoping that some of this survives, manages to survive. What would the other option be? I could do 1 sub, 1 fighter. I prefer that. Alright, let's go. Now, do I be this aggressive? Try to smoke these guys. Like, these fighters would be really useful to attack Borneo. That's the only thing. Viriatia. Okay, so we do this. Come down to Borneo. I can't effectively do this. I can't take out 49 and... Like, it gets so dicey. Where can you reach? Oh, okay. My mistake. This destroyer can reach down here. Oh, yeah, okay. That helps. And since I'm not putting a transport onto the mainland right now, my only concern would be a bomber. Which he has no bombers over here. Where's his... Oh, I took out his British bomber. And his American one's still here. So with that in mind... Okay. I can definitely still do Pearl Harbor. Okay. I haven't defended against this in a while. So it's kind of throwing me off. I'm not going to lie. Like, what do I do? Yeah, that makes taking Borneo far better. Because we can take these 2 boys to New Guinea. That handles that. Then both of our fighters can hit Borneo. Now, we're a little stretched thin over here because of that. With no, like, I had no transports coming. How risky do I want to do this? Just ignore Burma? It's not ideal, but... It might be the correct move in this case. Because I only got 2 spare fighters. And it'd be nice to throw them into Yunnan and Anhui. And then do I risk the 3v1? I believe odds are on my side for that. If I lose the first one, I can just retreat with my 2 units. Or do I bring myself down to 1? The problem is I'm open to a counterattack if I only win with 1 unit. And he has his fighter there. Okay. It's only saying Borneo is unlikely. That's just because the sea battle has to occur. Let's go! We are recording. Not what you want. Battleship, man. Battleship, dude. Oh my god. He just took out a carrier and a... He just took out a carrier and a battleship with 1 cruiser. And then that transport's going to get destroyed by that sub sitting there. Oh my god. That just happened. That just happened, man. That just happened. This is not the face of a happy man right now. Holy crap. the rest of this turn going to look like? Holy jeez, you want to have a first recording session nicer than this. I just lost a battle. What is that? That's 34. 34 IPC. Okay. And I have to move my aircraft carrier forward. What? I mean, what is this, man? What? Okay. Okay. Let's keep this turn going. Wow. I don't even know what to say right now. Glass half full. He'll attempt the counterattack on the U.S. and I'll wipe out everything he I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. Alright, at least these armies are intact. This makes a big difference. Every unit you lose in these attacks. Especially that I have no transports. I have none of my original transports are going to survive because he's going to pick off the last one. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, 3v1. Let's get some fortuitous rolls, please, man. Okay. Alright, so at least everything else went well. Really don't want to be out after one round, man. Like, the hell. But no, that is not the case here. Jesus Christ. Wait a minute. Am I about to lose 2 more planes? Because they can't land anywhere. Oh my god, is that happening right now? I'm going to lose 1 more fighter. I'm going to lose 1 more fighter out of this. I lose a bonus fighter. That's awesome. That's just... What did we... Hold on. You come here. Okay, so at least I can defend... Why won't it let me move? One of these fighters has to... Hold on. One of these fighters has to... Am I... What's going on here? It can only go here? Why? What is this rules? It's not letting me choose... Why? Why won't it... one of my fighters has to die, and it won't give me this selection. You have 2 moves left. 1, 2. So what have we come here? So it's forcing me to lose 2 fighters, and it's forcing me to move my only remaining aircraft carrier. John Roberts, man, Jesus Christ, man. What the hell is this crap? It's forcing me to do what I don't want to do. It's not allowing me to save one of my fighters. Why? How? If someone could show me in the rule book where that's the case, where I can't pick which of my aircraft carrier. Like, I lose 2 fighters here, man. I don't even want to publish this crap. What the hell? I have no choice. Boom! 2 fighters down. Boom! You know, that's what I picked to do. That's definitely what I just picked to do, man. That's definitely what I wanted. There you go. I swear to God, this game I was kind of laughing. I just recorded an Allies, and I was kind of laughing at my opening round and how maddening that was. It's been 24 hours. And I log back in and I'm looking at the map and I'm just remembering everything that happened. The ridiculous beat 47. I'm gonna lose that transport. Oh, that I didn't take his tanks. And all those tanks are intact. Look how big the Soviets are. I haven't even glanced at what happened. I'm already getting hot. Hot with anger at this. Ugh. This is definitely what we like for a round 2 Germany. I think I said this 2 games ago. Okay, let's look at what happened. Now that I've recapped, got myself hot with anger. No units lost, undefended. So there's nothing there from the Soviets. They purchased 8 infantry and artillery. I'm trying to calm myself down. It's not working. And the Americans got a carrier, destroyer, 2 transports. No units lost. Destroyed cruiser, sub, 2 fighters, my carrier, and they only lost 2 fighters. And I had no choice but to send that there. I only have 2 Japanese fighters and no aircraft carriers. And come on, if there's someone from Boondog watching, this is not me just whining. Can you fix that bullshit? The fact that I had to lose 2 fighters, there's no logical reason why I had to do that. One of those 2 were going to go down. Why? Why would I not be able to choose between the 2? That's ridiculous. Crap. Okay. Jesus Christ, do I got to get desperate in round 2? Oh, I'm getting madder and madder as I'm going back through my memory. What does it look like if I do... I'm so annoyed. Like, the Germany opening, I could swallow as BS as that was. This all... It's... Oh, man. Or do I buy more tanks? I go a full tank buy. Try to force my way forward into either Karelia or Caucasus. Go for a big attack on Russia. I don't know, man. Like, you can tell that it's got me rattled. Not just angry, but rattled. Coming back and seeing just how bad the battlefield is right now. I think I'm going to do the tank and the infantry purchase. Yeah, I hadn't pre-looked at this at all. And I hit start record and I went in. I had not looked at this. This is all authentic. This is all authentic pain. Pain. So we'll go 5 into Karelia with all the tanks. Thankfully, these 2 can't reach me out there. But that allows them to put so much pressure on Japan. Okay, one thing at a time. Yeah, he's likely to destroy me if I come to White Russia. Or at least do a strafing run. But he could come forward. I put the AA gun forward. I bring this other one forward. I bring the 5 of them. Hopefully 4 survive. And he overcommits and exposes his tanks. I gotta make something happen, you know? I gotta be just optimistic and try to make something happen. Oh, my planes can't help. That is very unfortunate. so unfortunate. This transport could get up here and drop more into Karelia. Which helps me keep Karelia, but... Shoot, so I can't go after Ukraine? Without bringing at least a fighter off. And even that's fairly light. That is really light going into both of those. I could move 2 out to Northwest Europe. He has a fairly light attack with only the 3 fighters. This fighter lands in Poland. I gotta take some risks, man. Gonna do some overkill into Karelia. See, my bomber will be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I wouldn't be willing to land him down here. So, being that my bomber won't be in position to assist attack into Libya. This is my logic here. Now, it could potentially counterattack into Morocco. You know what? I'll just keep him where he is. That's what we're doing, guys. You've gone through the whole bout of emotions with me. This is real, man. This is real. Well, this is the one we're not worried about. Does he get his hit? He does, of course. Whatever. We'll get the bad luck dice rolls out with that one. Crane would be really nice. And don't get an opener. Okay. At least taking the unit out. Okay. That's what we want. Any ability to spread out his counterattack is really crucial. And we want no more than 1 loss here. Just 1 loss. I'm not even asking for a perfect round, man. Just no more than 1. Is the bomber hit? Got him. Got him. Hey, I'm okay with that. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I said. That's what I said. You can rewind the tape. My lord, guys, I am going to play this out to the best of my ability. This is my hope with the AA gun here in White Russia, is that he overcommits. He gets a really great round and his tanks get exposed. We gotta create some luck here, guys. We gotta create our own luck. Lady Luck is not shining down on us today. We must create our own in this scenario. Okay, so I land the 3 fighters. He can drop 4 plus a bomber. He'd be risking his bomber to an AA gun. It would be really nice to not send another unit over here. If I had 4 or 5 fighters there, I would absolutely not send another unit there. And kind of ask him to take that chance. Getting him to waste those 4 units. Hopefully shooting down his bomber in the process, too. Well, obviously... yes to you guys. I think 1 more unit is the safest. It's hard to say. He doesn't have a bombard, and it's only 1 heavy he has, which I have the chance of shooting down. I don't even think he would risk it. And I do want to move this AA gun east. You know what? I'm going to offer him that. I'm going to offer him that. We're going to go full strength east. I have to make something happen against the Soviets here. Guys, leave a comment, a like, if you are appreciating this. My palms are sweaty. I just need mom's spaghetti. I'll see you as the Japanese. Oh no, let's get some lucks, RNG. Let's get some lucky rolls, RNGs. We gotta make Japanese survive here. Well, we are back. We're always trying to stay glass half full here at Chimo Chills. And when you're presented with a bunch of imperfect options, you just pick the best of what you got. So what we're doing for our purchase, 2 infantry, an artillery, a transport, a carrier, and nothing else. Oh, we're not going to recap that opener for Japan. And we're going to do the best we can to bring some devastation to our enemies. I do need to recap the British turn. British took out my transport. Tears. My battleship, my carrier, my 2 fighters, and my transport. Another transport, we knew that was gone. And hey, at least we held on to Ukraine. Can't complain about that. What was his purchase? He bought a carrier destroyer, 2 transport, artillery, and an infantry. Okay. So I hummed and hawed. Like, a little part of me wants to destroy this. The problem is this sub remains. And then my transports are at risk. And to separate like this, that's too risky business. That's just too risky business. If my sub could get there, I would. But yeah, I don't enjoy leaving this alive at all. But I have no choice at this stage. At this point in time, I got to go after this one. What does he have? Just the one? No, this fighter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't reach. So he can only hit me with this one fighter. He could hit 2 infantry, 1 fighter against 2 if I sent just 2 up there. His cruiser down here. Does he have an air force anywhere in North America? No. So I could put one of my transports to Soviet Far East. And then those 3 to Yakut. These infantry we can bring to... Where's his closest air force? He doesn't really have much of an air force rocking right now. So these 2 can only be used in Kwangtung. We'll drop you guys into Kwangtung. Oh, don't forget that. Oh my god. Don't forget that. So you can come to Burma with the 1 unit from French Indochina. Correction. Let's just send... Oh, that doesn't really matter. So Kwangtung should be fine. I don't really want to step forward in force to Szechuan. Where's that fighter? His American fighter's right there. Alright, I'll just send the 1 unit forward. See if we can bait him to come forward with both or 1. This fighter can help out in Kwangtung. These guys stay where they are. Minimal investment into Burma. With the bomber. These guys should be safe. I thought my opening round was safe too, so... Now this sub... I don't know if a transport can go through a sub and make an attack. I really don't know. You think he shouldn't be able to, but... It's a sub? It's under the water? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on the subject. Because I'd like to stick the sub here to block this transport from making an attack. Rather than bringing him here. This is where I gotta befriend someone from What is it, Boondog? I gotta befriend someone from Boondog. I can just like, hey man, what's the rule on this? What's the ruling? Alright, I've dragged this out long enough. Let's go. Okay. Nice. We want as much intact army as possible. I don't have an intact Air Force or Navy, so it'd be nice if the Army can at least survive. Oh, don't even. Don't even, man. Okay. Like, you better not. You better freaking not, man. We're good. We're good. Life is okay. And then finally, this is our last one. I had to roll a 5 with my bomber. Dude, I don't need huge luck. I just need some okay luck, you know? Like, better than that crap. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, we'll see if the sub blocks it or not. Put one fighter up here. No, he's not going to attack down south. So we'll put the 2 fighters onto the carrier and then the 1 into Yunnan. Oh, I'm disappointed by that, guys. At least take it out. I never mind losing that unit and not taking it, but I didn't want that. That's it, eh? It's the one advantage of not having many units. There's not too much to move at the end of the turn. And we'll be back. Back again. Almost forgot to record before I go to work. I have time to record, but man, it would have timed out before I came home. I would have had to, like, make up an excuse to have left if I even remembered. Okay, what happened? Stop talking. Play the game. He bought a destroyer, 2 transports, and 8 infantry. Raided Germany. And no units lost in Szechuan. Feels bad, man. The Russians, a fighter. He bought a fighter. Okay, 5 infantry and a tank. He's going very aggressive, Russia. Very aggressive. He attacked. Defender lost 1 infantry. And the attacker no losses? Okay. So he just got in, he got 1 hit, and he got out. Okay, fine. So be it. I'm like, oh, I held on. Sweet. Good, good. What? I lost an infantry. It's not fun. Okay, so our purchase, I'm going to repair just 1 time, and I'm going to buy 9 and 3. Don't have the punch to get into West Russia for sure. He's landed on France already. The ideal here is I can throw everything at France while still moving all my tanks up to Karelia. That's the ideal. We only want to send in as much as we need here. Like, I might just do a 3 infantry and use my fighter over here. Or I use my fighter on Archangel to try to force my way that way into the north. That's a little dicey, man. This is dicey. I think I'd rather use my fighter in France. am going to move forward to Libya. Because he's one turn away from having 2 more over there, and this transport can't help. So we'll just see. Maybe I'll get some luck. What does he have coming? I could send 1 tank down there. It's going to get destroyed. But that allows me to fight up here. I don't know that that's an advantage. Okay. France. France is my worry here. Only 2. And he already got 2. Excellent. Don't hit 2 for 2. Don't hit 2 for 2. Yeah, now I get 4. Ooh, minimal investment. Okay, now having 3 standing here would be wonderful. We can just get this 1 rounder. Yes, see the fist. You're gonna pump the fist when you hit. Smash him. Smash, see? I can't give away my secrets. Hope he's not watching this. He'll know my secrets. How I got so high on platinum. It's that fist pump, baby. Those guys at the club, they're not just being douchebags. They know what they're talking about. Got a fist pump, baby. Take a breath, man. Take a breath. I do need to be able to project force down here is the thing. And he could cut me off. So if I send too much north, I can get cut off is the only worry. We could do 2 down there. Another 1 north. All you guys land in Deutschland proper. Really don't have to worry about Deutschland. Can any of these get to Karelia? No. Poland. Only the 1? Yeah, however many can get. They all can go to Poland. Oh. I thought they had different... So then these ones... Ah, okay. So 2... Yeah, that's what I thought. What, shouldn't some of them be able to make it all the way up to Karelia? That's what I want. I'll leave 1 tank down here. Project my force in the south. And then 5 up north. Or I did leave a lot of units in the south, though. He has quite a bit of that he could hit me up here. Okay, yeah, I better go all. Better go all up into Karelia. I'll leave the bomber in Germany. Is this the right move? I have no idea. But I'm still calming my nerves from that first round mayhem. 2 in Italia. Now let's start shelling up. And see how our Japanese recovery goes after the devastation. Okay, I'll stop talking about round 1 Japan. Our enemy got a transport destroyer, 4 infantry, and a tank into France. No units lost. Okay. So for our purchase, I'm going 5 infantry, an artillery, 1 transport, and a happy fighter. But of course, no industry, no anything else. We have all plans. I can't reach you. But my thought is to come to New Guinea with these boys. Boom. I could bring both fighters down and use... these 2 as my deterrent from any air attack. Because he does have a bomber in range now. So I do need to leave a deterrent for my transports in 61. We want to go... Tanks are out of position. If I can successfully take this, my bomber could help with that too. We can come after both these. We can be aggressive here, guys. Come after Sai King and Szechuan. We can use our fighters down here, and I'll save the battleship destroyer for back here. The sub will come forward, or the sub will chase this transport out of here. Because it looks like he's abandoning the Pacific. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's take both these fighters to New Guinea. Sure would be nice having 2 more fighters right about now, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. What is too bitter about that? Okay, and then do I change the tactic? They can come... No, but they wouldn't be able to land on the... There's 1, 2, 3, and then land back here. Or 1, 2, 3, same deal. I would have to bring the carrier down to here, but then they're not protecting the transports. So I can bring... the bombard, carrier, a destroyer, and 1 fighter. And then that allows me to take 1 fighter to Burma. Man, that's stretching myself out. I don't know if that's wise. Well, the computer seems to think it's a good idea, and I have people waiting on me to go out, so let's do it. Let's do it. See if I'm smiling like this in a moment from now. Oh, the bomber! Ah, he gets a hit. Really want to be... I don't want him to get more than 1 hit here. Dude. Okay, here we go. Ah, he gets a 2nd hit. That opens it up to a counter. Oh, okay. Well, that's the bad luck out of the way. Only good luck from here. Yeah, having 2 more fighters would be really useful, guys. That's street facts. Okay, he gets a hit. These are mid at best results. They're not bad, don't get me wrong, but these are mid at best results. Finally, Burma. Probably my riskiest attack here. The 1 infantry, 1 fighter. That's not an overpowered attack. You lose those all the time. Okay. So at least we got the unit. Fine. That's fine. I'm always okay with exchanging a unit in that exact scenario. It would have been nicer to have taken Burma, but... C'est la vie. So we will chase this guy on out of here. Nope. Wrong place. Let's make sure we're not in range of him. Carrier down. We're now defended. Load you guys into Yunnan. Don't forget these boys. Grab that AA gun. It's all according to plan, baby. It's all according to plan. Yeah, Yunnan works. So we can still pick up these boys from Borneo. This transport's going to go on down into Australia, start mucking stuff up down there. It'd be really nice to have those 2 extra fighters, but that's just something that is true. Maddeningly true. How do we look? Apparently we're winning. Let's keep going, guys. I've been sitting here staring at this a long time. And this map is starting to look like my previous loss for Axis. My only loss this season at playing Axis for the Germans. And I made mistakes along the way that I regretted after. Like when you're losing, the onus is on you to take chances. To create opportunities. Give your opponent opportunities to shoot himself in the foot, let's say. Okay, let's go over what happened here. Americans, we got 2 transports, 7 infantry, and a fighter. They're looking to overwhelm us. They bombed Karelia, took Norway and Northwest Europe into the Soviets. They bought 5 infantry, 2 artillery. Goodbye. Destroyed 3, lost 2. Destroyed 1, lost none. Well, let's begin our counterattack, shall we? So this is where I was playing around with. On my own, I won't be able to hold Archangel. It's way too risky. He's got way too much of a counterattack. But if I move into Archangel, reinforce with these 2 and these 2 fighters, maybe even a 3rd or a 4th. I don't think this one could reach. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it can't reach. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, so it's only these 2 fighters. But still, okay. So that's an additional 1 infantry tank and 2 fighters with an AA gun. I mean, I gotta create opportunities. So what would my other opportunity is just go YOLO on this, but I don't think that's the better. I don't feel that that's the better option here. I would think putting him on the defense would be the better. Yeah, it's those 5, 6 fighters plus, so 13 heavies. Those rolls would be brutal. I don't think that's the ideal. I think it's better to try to get him. He may even have the luck on his side for that attack, but it's going to be more in my favor than this battle is. And if I just let myself keep going like this, with that ridiculous Japanese opening, I'm doing okay, but like I am a carrier, you know, 2 fighters, a carrier, and a battleship down that like just gone. Gonzoed in the wind. That's my thought. That's my thought. I don't know if it's right. Could be wrong. But we're gonna roll the dice on that, guys. Now the other option is the other question is, do I attempt to hold France? He has 1 fighter and 1 bombard only. I want to make sure I pick off that transport. Now, where will you land? 1, 2. You would have to land back in Karelia. So it would be better to use you. That way I can land him wherever I want. Use my bomber. Okay. Nope. Cancel that. Let's just make sure I'm not missing any American planes around. You know what? I think that's a... Again, we gotta have him take chances, and just, you know, I've been paying my tithes to RNGesus, man. I've been putting in my time. I've been being a good Axis and Allies player, strategy map player extraordinaire. RNGesus, I need you here. I need you today, bud, or whenever the heck he takes his turn. So for sure. 1. Guess you makes sense for there. 2. And whom is the least likely to 1 round? He has 2 units there. Let's add a second into White Russia. Okay, these should be pretty sure bets here. Like, statistically, should be all strong. It's just, it's what happens after, with how that counterattack comes, you know? Oh, whew. And not good. I might not even take Ukraine. Wow, okay. That's really good. That's a good start. That's a good start. I don't have extra units to even block that. Oh my god. That was not supposed to start that way. And I can't hit. These aren't supposed to be hard battles, man. I'm not even... Okay. Let's just let them happen. Let's not get too excited. Let's not get too excited. Obviously, I'm a little emotional. Just a little emotional here. That Ukraine opener didn't help, man. That didn't help me feel good about this. Hey, don't lose. I need every single unit possible alive here. Obviously, I'm going to 1 round them. Just don't get that hit. Good. Okay, good. Every little bit helps. That's the most crucial. I mean, obviously, everything else matters too, but... And then France would probably be the other most crucial. 1 rounding France is big. This is really big. I can't 1 round the guy. 2's better. Whatever. He got no hits, so fine. I won't complain. Okay. Fighter does his job. 2 units standing. Strong. A strong coastline. That's what we like. Yeah, other than that Ukraine opener, dude. What the... What a pile of crap. So the British turn is next. If I move the AA gun here, he has to risk getting them shot down to take me out. That is... Even if I had taken it out and lost both my units, I would have been annoyed, but at least it's gone. But I went all in on France. I can't block him. And then his tanks, I can't even use a plane to block him because he can still hit me with his tanks. Okay, so let's think about that. If he uses his tanks to try to hit me... Can I make this work for me? Because if he's going to attack here, he will need all of his tanks. He'll need everything. So if I do that, I'm not saying I'm doing this, guys. If you're shaking your fist at the screen, like, Dave, don't do that! Just thinking this through, man. I got to create opportunity somehow. He throws this and 3 tanks at it. So he's trying to do the minimal amount investment to take out maximum amount. And he uses everything else up here. Is it worth losing that many fighters to just protect that land? I don't think it is. The only way it would be worth it if that opened me up to finish off Moscow. But how do you know that, man? How do you you can't be psychic. We're not psychic. Yeah, I have to land everything back in Germany. It's my only option. And we'll stack up on France. Probably do the mixed bag up here in Karelia. I don't know how I feel right now, man. Like I said, this is exactly how the map was coming together. Even the scores and everything. I have to do something to create an opportunity, and I didn't take my chance the previous game, and I obviously lost it. It's not a guarantee I'm going to win by taking these chances, but at least it's giving myself that best opportunity of grabbing that star. Reaching out and grabbing that star. Or W. What did our British foes get up to? Into the Baltic states, into Libya, Northwest Europe. Failed to take it. Yes, took out an infantry and a tank. That's excellent. And held on to Karelia too. Good. Lost 1 for 1. Feels good. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. So for our purchase, we're going 4 infantry, 2 artillery, a transport, and a fighter. Still trying to make up for all those lost fighters. Yes, I know. I'll stop talking about it. Never. You can't make me. Into Eastern Australia. Forward light into Burma. Into Archangel. You also into Archangel. Say 1 south, because there's more of a counterattack from the British. Ooh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I already have a unit down there. Correction. North, you can come into Kazakhstan. I'm trying to put as much pressure on him as possible. I want him to just turtle shell up. Just be, no! Get away from me! No more! That is what we're going for. That if I can get that reaction out of him, we're succeeding in what we're going for here. Nothing to bomb. Not do anything crazy there. All these 6 units come down into here. This is fine. I can't reach anything with you. I know where the fighters have to go. Now, do I bomb? Yeah. Like, I'm not feeling super confident right now. I'm not like losing, but it's not advantage me. I don't feel that I have the advantage unless I have a very good turn coming up. Good, he didn't shoot me down. Oh, thankfully I rolled the one. Whoa, okay. Man, risky business. Risky business. Technically, this could go wrong for me too. Good. That allows me to take both New Zealand and Western Australia next turn. That's an extra IPC because I got that. Very good. We're happy with that. So we'll just keep pushing this transport back. We're up into Archangel. All in on the defense of Archangel. Every little bit I can push. I wish the fighter could get there too. I bring these guys right down into French Indochina. You're all down. If you notice, he has no planes over here at all. This is like the bomber's the only thing that can get over here at all. There's one bomber. Grab these forwards. So I don't even have to protect these transports anymore. Unless he slipped a bomber up there. No, he did not. So I now have 7, 10, 12. I would like to send at least 2 infantry up north. This fighter comes down, joins up. And that's the turn, guys. What happens right now with the Russians probably determines the game. If he plays safe, it doesn't necessarily determine the game. He can play safe, and I'm not going to be able to take Russia almost certainly. But he could also not play it safe. You know, he can throw it all at me here. And depending on how that goes, well, we'll see. When I log back in, I'm either going to be big smile or like, I'll make sure I cry before I start recording, before I hit the record button. I won't let you see it raw. You can't see my reaction raw. Oh, I gotta end the turn still, sorry. Wasted time. You imagine I timed out because I didn't finish my mobilization. I went to work. Oh, man. Then you would see me cry. All right, so he didn't attack me, obviously, but he's just trying to starve me out there. Not a bad tactic. Finland undefended. Morocco undefended. Karelia. Destroyed artillery. Ah, feels bad. Feels bad. Destroyed artillery, eh? Oh, that's annoying. It would have been nice to have built 2 units there. And the Soviets, 6 infantry and a tank. No units lost into White Russia. Feels bad, man. Japan held on. Defenders lost 3 infantry. Retreated to Russia with 3 infantry and a fighter. Attacker lost 1 infantry. Oof. A perfect strafe. Wow. A perfect strafing run. I was kind of hoping he would attack me. He did not, obviously. Okay, so our purchase, we're going to go 6, 2, and 2. 6 infantry, 2 artillery, 2 tanks. It's not the most exciting, but I'm thinking I have to step back to Karelia. I forced him into Russia. Whether I'm going to be able to keep him back in Russia, probably not. Especially with my very weak Japanese forces around there. That strafing run did not help, and I am not that close to taking India. Again, I'm not in a super strong position. I can't touch those armies. And he now has his 3rd transport for Great Britain. So the amount of force he can bring to bear is amplified many, many times. And he has this 10 that can go anywhere. So I have no choice. I have to push back into Karelia. This is a whole no-go. I just don't have anywhere close to the numbers. No. Oh, those losses earlier here hurt me. I could be holding 4 more IPC per turn. So we have to go light into West Russia. Everything else Karelia. Come into Libya. Hopefully we take that unmolested, and then he comes and we can at least destroy this, maybe even hold it. Crazier things have happened, guys. Far crazier things. Ah, it's tough having no way to get in here at all. Yeah, there's nowhere else to even use these fighters other than right here in the Baltic. And I'm going to go minimal. Just the 2 units. Okay. You can hear it in my voice. I'm not feeling strong with Germany. It's exactly how my my previous loss went. A weak opening, and then I just couldn't recover back from Germany. Now, I didn't take my chance at a victory. Like, I should have taken a chance in the previous loss. I won't let that mistake happen twice, but that was not this turn. I am not nearly... I had way better odds in the previous game at taking Russia as opposed to what I would have just had there. That would have been a suicide. Just throwing in the towel. He gets a hit. Every single unit matters here. Especially for Germany. All right, Libya. All right, so that gives us an okay chance at defending it at least. And then we just want to take this 1 unit. All right, 1 rounded them. Good, good, good. Okay, so I would have rathered that unit survive in Karelia, but we're just splitting hairs here. Let's not get too picky. What does he actually have? He now has 3 planes and so many lights he could throw at me. I bring everything to Northwest Europe. I land you there. You come up. You're coming back. I know that this is exposed from a Great Britain attack. I'm curious what will come of that. And the question is, what would I have to pile onto this coast to ensure it's safe? 2 fighters? So we have 8 lights and an AA gun. And he can hit me with at least 14, but none of them are artillery. And I'm adding only 8 more here. Is this too light on Germany? With 8 more units, that gives me 2 tanks. 6, 9 lights. He's only rolling 1s. He would have to go all in both of them. But with a good British opener, if he took all 6 of his units, threw it at Germany, and had a good opener, he could win. He could take Germany. Ooh. But this is true for either of these things. Well, let's look at this division again. Talking 9 lights and an AA gun. That would be my most exposed. Well, no, I have 9 lights and 2 tanks. So technically I'd want to send another light out if I want to protect Northwest Europe. He's not super aggressive, though. That's something I've noticed. Again, I got to try to force something here. I got to keep the risks, and I like having that bomber out here to threaten his coastline. Take away his ease of movement. I think when I finished the last German turn, I said like basically the same thing. Like, oh, I'm going to log back in and we're going to see if I really, really regret all this. But I think that's what's going to happen here too, guys. I'm going to log in and he's either going to play safe and he's going to be, you know, just maximizing, starving me out, or the game will be determined one way or the other. Well, I just noticed I wasn't recording the first half of my episode. Let us recap all over again. The British are going all in on Germany. We're going to do the best we can to hold on. With that Third Reich, he got 7 infantry, a tank, and artillery. Mr. Roberts repaired India. Forget the combat move. We care about the combat. Took France, undefended. Novosibirsk, lost an infantry. Kazakhstan, took it, no units lost. Libya, the Germans held on. Look at that. Lost 1 infantry. He lost 2 infantry and an artillery. Very, very good. Opening up for the counterattack onto his tank. So it's not great for Germany right now, but it's not all doom and gloom either. We're going back and forth. So this is what I have made up my mind on so far, where he forgot his transport, Mr. Roberts. Nazi. So we're going to pluck him off with our sub. I'm going to move a transport out to French Madagascar. We're taking West Australia, attacking New Zealand. He doesn't have Air Force or bombers around, so my whole Navy is going to be out of this region momentarily. I'm using my bomber and infantry on Kazakhstan, 2 fighters and an infantry on Volodya. This infantry will probably just fall back to Evenki National Okrug. And I'm rushing in with my tank to the Caucasus because I couldn't... I mean, I know the tank's 6 IPCs. It's only worth 4. I'm just trying to stretch out his counterattack a little bit. He is so strong, though. Those 8 friggin' tanks in Russia is intimidating. I'm not going to lie. He's only, like, he's, what, 9 behind Germany? And then Germany has no infantry forces and is being squeezed hard. We're going to have to make some magic happen here, and that's what I'm thinking with that tank. Maybe I pull off some lucky wins. Alaska's also a potential target. Not this turn, but maybe 2 turns. Okay, let's go. How many combat? Oh, I have those planes and whatnot in the middle. Okay, we take this. Very good. We don't lose the unit. So that's 3 IPCs from the South Seas. Madagascar, Australia, New Zealand. It's like an India capture, basically. Ah, bomber. That makes a difference, man. That makes a difference. I have so few Japanese units on the mainland. Every single loss there makes a difference. Alright, at least take the unit out, man. Okay, fighters. 1 for 1. 1 for 1. We'll take it. Okay, we gotta defend the transport. This destroyer will just stay back here. Infantry's fine there. We'll get into Honolulu next. Put the 1 whoop, north. So I move forward to Karelia. The U.S. has their turn. Then the Russians. The Russians aren't going to be able to get to me in Karelia. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll land in Karelia. We'll move that infantry out of that fighter infantry's reach. Let's get you down to Yunnan. And that is our turn, guys. I could go industrial complex Kwangtung. It helps me put out units straight into Russia a little quicker. Or I guess Manchuria, but that Manchuria is too far from India is the problem. It's just too many plots, unless you're building 3 tanks or 1 infantry to come this way. 2 tanks. 1, 2. It's still like 1, 2, 1, 2 before it's in India. It's so far away. Just because of how weak I'm looking up here, I'm tempted to put it into Kwangtung. So if I'm in Manchuria, 1, 2, 3, and I can fight. If I'm in Kwangtung, it's still 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 to Novosibirsk. It's only Kazakhstan I get to faster. Far closer to India. What I'm thinking is if I just keep my 3 transports putting 6 south, then I don't really have to worry about dropping any north if I drop it in Manchuria. I don't normally build it in Manchuria. This is just a unique case where I think extra units in the north might be more valuable. Drop everything else. I'll just cut out my long pauses. I'll do some post-edit after this. That would give me 9 units per turn. I would dedicate these 3 to putting pressure onto Russia. And I put the 6 still down into India. Slows down my India take, but I'm already bypassed India and I'm into Africa, and he hasn't dedicated anything to that. What's the alternative? He steps out in force and I can't stop him? No, but if he stepped out in force, he wouldn't have his fighter. I could come back with these guys. And I could still hit him with 1 transport plus all these guys. It would be a risk on his part. Alright, in this one case, I'm putting my factory in Manchuria. How's that for a little different? Says we're winning, man, but that's nothing. Like a 16, or correction, a 11 attack power advantage is literally nothing. It's all about where you are and where that force is, how it can be applied. Let's keep growing. Back into a weakened Germania. Oh, that's such a big Red Sea in the middle there, where we should be contesting for that, and I'm not contesting squat. I am not contesting squat. Okay. So if I go an all infantry build. Oh, I can't even. How many is that? 11? Oh, I'm down to 6. That's only 8. I see, okay. Fine. I guess I'm going to repair my factory a couple times. 3 times. Still only getting 11 units. Let's get 1 artillery. Maybe even... 1 artillery is fine. Okay, let's do a recap. I almost didn't get in time to play this turn. The internet's been down all morning. I'm like, I have no idea when he took his turn or how much time I have left. I had a couple hours, but unintentionally close. All right, he's into West Russia. He lost a unit into the Caucasus. Took out my tank. Wah, wah. Lost a unit in Arcane. At least he's losing units. But he's winning all the battles. And then Volodya, again, lost a unit. Okay. Well, he took everything, but at least I hurt him a bit. It'd be better than him losing no units. And then our American friends, they're just continuing to pile up. Bombed Germany, took Algeria. Okay. Well, I know I'm going after this tank. This is the Africa Corps that could, okay? Like, Rommel, to my understanding, put up an okay fight, but nothing like this. Nothing like this. Okay. We're going to hold the line in Karelia. We could do that into Ukraine. We could do that into White Russia instead. I could do a flank. Or a strafing run, correction, a strafing run. So we definitely want to smack France out of here. I have to be so judicial with the use of my units. They're so precious. Like, even if I do a strafing run here, he could so easily get more than 9 hits and be into my tanks. Like, he could... Well, not easily. No, not easily. That's true. I think I have to do a strafing run there. I can't let him build up unopposed. So I could do... Give me the bomber. I could... Bomber. I could take these 3 on Algeria. It's one or the other, right? But I could possibly take out 2 units if I'm lucky. Still have my artillery to come muck around with the tank. Or just ignore it and attempt to run south. And it's better to just go through the tank. You know what? That's probably better. If I can bust through here and then just run into Africa, that's probably where it's at. Okay, I'll change my mind on that. So we'll take the bomber. We'll go like 4 units. And an artillery into Poland, at least. And his transports are out of position, so there's not a big attack coming to Germany next turn. It could come to Northwest Europe, though. You need to be very mindful of that. One of them off Finland. Swing him to Archangel with the bomber. These two fighters could hit West Russia and land in Karelia. I definitely need these fighters to remain out here, so they would just assist against France. And this artillery can come into Poland. Oh man, I'm kind of stretching myself thin here. But if this comes out pretty good, I'm back in control. I would say if this all goes well. What is the game think? I think this is good. It's not like in Egypt. Let's go, guys. I was logging on hoping I was just gonna get a chance to play my turn. Now I've got all this new stress to deal with. Oh my. Okay, an okay opener. This is the big one. Finland and not losing a plane in West Russia. Because I only sent one light there. That was arguably a mistake. Two and 8. It's okay. That's 7? Holy jeez. It's 7, man. I only got one more hit than him. That was not obviously a disaster, but not good. And against the odds too, man. His tank gets a hit. Okay. Well, I haven't lost any of my heavies yet, please, but they're freaking exposed now, man. I can hear how much I don't like that. They're getting hits all around the board, too. Okay, Archangel and West Russia. Come on, guys. Give me these little cherries on top, please. All right. Now, this is my highest risk one here. I arguably should have sent... Well, had I sent another infantry down, I would have lost a tank already. So, we'll see. If I just take out these artillery, I'm a happy man. Ooh, I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. That's exactly what I said. I didn't need to take the plot. I just want to freaking take those 2 artillery out. 8 IPC gone. A little less pushback against my 2 units which are on the front, as well as on Karelia. Oh, it's a mix. I don't know how to ultimately feel about it. He can throw 10 plus 4. He can throw 14 here right now, but they're almost all infantry. Can you tell how unsure I am about what I'm doing right now? I have no idea what I should do. I guess the tanks move forward still. We allow these guys, because he doesn't have a huge air force. 2 more infantry, bringing me to 12. Rolling all 2s, plus AA. And he's a relatively timid player. I don't mean that as an insult, Mr. Roberts. You're a platinum, like you belong to be here. But some people like taking the risks. Like I've offered you risks, and you've taken none of them. But you're grinding me down, like you're doing well. I don't think he's going to go for Northwest Europe. So is this a mistake? I'm only putting 8 units into Germany. And he can hit it with 4. He can hit it with 10. It's not like I'm dropping any tanks or anything. Yeah, I think I need to keep the tanks where they are. Baltic, Northwest Europe. With me not having an AA gun there, that's got me a little freaked out. I'm going to keep 1 more infantry here. And we'll see if he takes that Northwest. He's going to have to take a risk somewhere here. He's either going to try to go after my heavies or go after Northwest Europe or attempt on Germany. And we're going to check the attack power. I have a feeling of, oh my god, it's even, which means I'm losing. Which means I'm like slightly losing. Access needs to be getting a lead by this point. We'll see, guys. Next couple turns are crucial. You're just going to have to miss me. I had a really great opener to this turn. I've been wah, 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 wah this whole time. I finally looked over. I'm not recording. Well, we're in the middle of a battle. This is the first battle. I did all my purchasing, my combat move, and I like told a story that's now gone forever. But here we are. First battle into Hawaii. When we pop out, I'll do a quick little. I bought... Yeah, see, I was going through. I was looking for enemy bombers. I bought 4 infantry, 4 tanks, an artillery, and a fighter. I love that. 4 tanks. Chef's kiss. And then I don't need to show the combat move because I'm in the process right now of doing it. We just took Hawaii. And next. Okay. Ah, he gets hit. Feels bad. I have so few units in Asia. Like, every single infantry matters, man. Okay. And another hit, dude. I got no hits on my turn. He's hit 2 for 2 so far. Oh, that's the whole turn. Oh, that's not true. He didn't hit in Hawaii. So I want to be out of range of his destroyers, so I can come to 25. You guys are good to land. Yeah, that's annoying. I'm going to step 1 more forward. I want 2 sitting there. And this will be a full shipment down south. And you're back to Yunnan. You're back to Yunnan. And I'm going to attempt to hold it 1 more turn. 1 more turn. I will move those fighters if he keeps building up. They'll be on that. finally... Maybe my buddy up here in the north? Let's do that. Fighter to the north. Now, what did we say? We need 3 infantry here and 3 tanks. And then 1. I think it was the right move in this scenario, putting the factory in Manchuria. And honestly, since this whole season, I haven't built a factory in Manchuria. I couldn't tell you when. I was probably a silver or a wood ranked player, like when I was doing that as a normal part of my purchase. But just in this scenario, I'm thinking this is the best buy. This is the best buy. It allows me to keep troops in the north, making the Russians not just push out too willy-nilly, while still allowing tanks to flow south. Man, this is close. Our American friends bought 8 infantry, a tank, fighter, and an artillery into Libya undefended. The Ruskies, 6 infantry and a tank. Nice and aggressive with the tank purchase. Undefended, no units lost, and lost 1 into Archangel. Okay, at least we got 1. Now, for our purchase, I'm going to go 9 infantry, 3 artillery. Let's go. Guess we'll go down to Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. Or do I just stay in Egypt and let him do the 2 versus 1 attack? This bomber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 land. So the bomber puts it over the top. Okay, whatever. Well, I'll just keep running away. Man, can I hold Karelia another turn? That's the big question here. What do I have? 2 and 2. I don't think I can hold Northwest Europe and Karelia another turn. I think it's too risky. Where's his fighters? He has 10 potential to drop 10 on Germany with the US alone. And the British, he can throw 6 at me. So I also have to be mindful of that. That's the thing. It's not just Karelia. But this bomber on the coast has probably already served its purpose. Or am I wrong? Am I wrong? Could I hold this one more turn? What do we have here? The thing is, he has almost no artillery. He doesn't have a ton of attack power. If he rolls junk, those 1s, I could just decimate that. And even if he got some of my tanks. Because I would have 6 lights plus 2 more. So I could have 8 lights. Yeah, he'll probably get through that, but that I could completely shred that pile of infantry if he chose to do that attack. Yeah, I have to hold Karelia another turn. I'm not going to attack Archangel. All right, so then France. I just looking at the navies quickly. Do I want to attack any of them? No, none of those are particularly popping out at me. So the bomber can reach Ukraine. Oh, so can the fighters, actually, though. You do 2 fighters, bomber, 2nd infantry. Is that too light into France? Alright. Ooh. You feel the tension? This is legit, man. This is legit. Well, let's make sure I'm recording. I am recording, okay. I'm having a heartfelt moment and I'm not even recording. It'd be kind of silly. Okay, good, good, good. Yes. See that? I threw the arm movement. It's all about you gotta time that. It's like a timing button, you know? Trust me. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Alright. This one, we got the bomber. Yes, okay. If he's going to get his hit, that's a good place for him to get it. So we've taken both the 2 territories, sending the minimal amount forward for both of them. France, come on, complete it, complete it. Just got to take it. Not terrible. Totally fine opener. Finish him off, that's all we need. Yes, good, 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 good. Sent the exact right amount of force. That's what we're talking about. You don't want to take losses, but taking them, you want to. You saw, you know what I mean. You know, you saw me do the thing. So here's gut check, guys. Big time gut check. Do I stay? I'm definitely holding Karelia, or attempting to hold Karelia, I should say. Another turn. Do I also try to hold this coast? So these boats can't get me. It's only these guys that could hit me on the coast. Plus the British. But he's only got ones. And he only got 1 fighter. Oh no, correction. He has 3 more fighters here. That are a threat to Germany directly. I'm not saying I'm doing this. If I have to look at this for a while, I'll cut it out and post edit. But if I put my planes back on the coast, it's got quite a few planes. I feel better with an AA gun. I think I have to abandon the coastline. I don't think it's wise for me to attempt to hold it in force. Yeah. Okay, well, let's just pretend I don't. If I want to hold the coast... Man, it's the American attack. So if we tried the British, I would certainly destroy it. And that would take out that amount of air force, and then the Americans could come and finish off what was left, taking out my bomber and 2 of my fighters. And I would take out I would take out British fighters. Potentially, unless he managed to retreat them. He just hasn't been playing aggressive is the thing. I think I need to pull back. He's not playing aggressive, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't play intelligent and assume he's going to continue to play a certain way. That allows me to send this whole army east. Because I'm moving this back to Germany. And I do not expect him to attack Karelia at all, now that I'm piling up everything else there. The final question is, do I put my fighters up here too? With these 11, I don't see him attacking Germany. I'm going to split it. Depends. If I think he's going to attack me, if I think he's going to YOLO it, it's better to just throw infantry up here. Keep my valuable artillery down here. Maybe I'll do 1 and 1. Not being sure. Yeah. 1 and 1 is fine. It's only 1 IPC if he does attack it and it gets destroyed. Oh no! I just did that. I just left my bomber on the coast. What a joke. I just did that. I'm gonna do my best not to talk about that bomber. Do my best, my very best. Let's play our turn as Japan. And just not think about it. Lost in infantry in Northwest Europe. No units lost in France. No units lost in West Russia. 1 unit lost in Burma. What do we want to do, guys? What are we thinking? Built up a little bit in the Western United States. Just enough, actually. He built up just enough for me not to attack that. Without the tank, I would give that a try for sure. You hit the 4 and you luck out. You hit both. It happens. You hit 2s all the time. You could 1 round him. You could 1 round as long as he only got 1, which happens all the time. No, he built just enough. That is appropriate there. I will have to think on Alaska. I can just leave the guys there. But if it works on Alaska, it does annoy him. It does force him to bring some troops north. Probably deploy the tank and the fighter. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 for Manchuria. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 again. No, we make one of those into an artillery. We make another one into an infantry so we can get a fighter. I like that. I like that. Okay. I am going to send both these forward. These fighters can be used pretty much only there. So he's bringing these guys down for the sub. Probably just take him in here, and then these guys can come forward into French equatorial West Africa. Yeah, because I can't jump there now because they'll be in range. Don't want to forget to move the sub back. Doesn't really benefit me to go to Persia. I'm going to do the same. Send 2. Try to exchange Kazakhstan. Let's say Bomber Kazakhstan. Oh yeah, I have both these fighters for Burma. You could get to Saiking, but then you're exposed. No, I think I'll bring the tank south or even north. I have the 2 fighters already for Burma. I can send this other one to Kazakhstan. And then we can get a bonus fighter on here. Why not? There's no kill like overkill. And then the final kind of decision to make here. Do I try to annoy into Alaska? Or I could just grab Wake and leave 3 troops in Hawaii, and then the next turn start bringing them back. Go to like Iwo Jima, grab 1, 2, and then... I mean, it's a couple turns off, but it'll be some bonus troops. You know what? I'm not really risking him taking out my transport or my my battleship here. So why not? Why not roll the dice here and potentially take some resources off of Germany? Get some heat off of Germany's back, if possible. Yeah. All right to Alaska, the risky business. Let's get the bombard, please. Good. Oh, couldn't he one round him? And he one rounds me. That, yeah. Okay. Wah, wah. No pressure on him. Lost 2 units. Move my transport out of position. Nothing defending Hawaii. That did not work out as planned, okay? Good. Burma, got the 2 going there, so it should be no issue. Fighters for the hits. Ah, of course. Finally, Kazakhstan. No extra unit here. No hits, please. Of course. Not us, of course. Yes. All right. That worked out okay. That wasn't a great round, but like where I needed that to be okay, that was okay. So we're not complaining. We are not complaining. We are very appreciative here at Chimo Chills. It makes sense to come back and start grabbing these boys. So yeah, I'll definitely sail him on back. Back to Yunnan. The tank. Maybe down to Szechuan. Don't want to forget all these boys. These guys are going to let me push forward. And take. And take India. Not just push forward, but take it. Yeah, it's disappointing. Even if I had taken that tank, I would be pretty happy with that. So now it's gut check. Not gut check, but decision. Gut check. Well, no, it's a little bit of gut check time. Decision time. Are we holding Karelia another round? So the Americans... Well, I'm already dedicated to holding it. I'm already... Because I've already piled there with the Germans. So, the decision's made. The only decision would be send all 3 fighters over there. Now, from over here, they can still punch here and land home. But to punch these ones, they'd have to land somewhere down here. They would have to go out of position. Okay. I'm still going to say worth it. I'll put all 3 forward. This buddy can come south. All right, everything's moved. There's nothing left to move, guys. I'm not moving them forward. And happy tank time. So we'll go 2. We want all 3 tanks for down there? Kind of do. Kind of do. These troops will push up into Russia proper. Start creating an army up here. And finally, a happy fighter. Oh, let's check the attack power. It's so even, guys. It's so friggin' even. We'll see. We'll see where this one goes. I don't know how I feel about this, Mr. Roberts. You're stressing me out, man. You're stressing me out. So if you've been following Mr. John Roberts' channel, you already know I timed out, and I absolutely did not mean to do this at all. I have to take my slice of humble pie. I thought both of my games, my Axis and my Allies, I had till like the afternoon, and I logged on after lunch with my kids, and it was just like my heart sunk. I was like, the Allies game I ended up winning and went for a very long time, but this one, sadly, if I was to be honest, I would say it was slight advantage Mr. Roberts. Maybe 6 out of 10 games I would give to him, but I was not by no means out of it, and I would have liked to have seen the end. Guys, thank you for making it to the end. I apologize for the anticlimactic ending. The fact that you can still hear my voice means you are confirmed a Giga Chad Lord. Have yourself a good day. Goodbye. Oh, you're still here. Head over to Mr. John Robert Gaming. Thank you very much for the good game and the kind words, sir. I look forward to playing you again. Give him a like and a subscribe. Tell him Chimo sent you.